first floor meeting. Your hall director should give you a detailed outline to help guide you, but we're here to cover the basics.
Before your residents move in, make posters saying when and where your meeting's going to be, and make sure you say that it's mandatory so they have enough time to prepare.
An ancient business, a modern piece of glasswork, down on the corner that you walk each day in passing. The elderly says clerk won't ask with suspicion. The whole of motor corporation's giving its permission. A thousand little Julias, they come together in the middle of Manhattan. You waited since lunch, it all comes at once.
Go over your outline beforehand to get a general idea of what you want to say. Memorization is not needed, but just be comfortable with the topics you want to cover beforehand.
Make sure you have all the supplies ready for your meeting beforehand. This includes resident interest surveys, a sign-in sheet, pens, supplies for your icebreaker, and anything else that you might need for your meeting.
A great way to start off your meeting is with an icebreaker so you can get to know your residents and they can get to know each other.
For instance, try out the name association game.
Hi, I'm Leftover Lamb Chop Lydia.
This is Leftover Lamb Chop Lydia. I'm Lima Bean Lauren.
That's Leftover Lamb Chop Lydia. This is Lima Bean Lauren. And I'm Anchovy Allison.
Yay!
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet all of you. Or speed dating. What is your dream home?
Well, I want to live in a castle on the outskirts of Russia.
Really? I want to live in a Barbie Malibu dream house. Or the candy in a bowl game.
Now everybody take candy. Okay, for each piece of candy you took, say a fact about yourself.
Okay. I grew up in South Africa. I have ridden on an elephant. And I own 47 scarves.
Cool. I'm naturally blonde. My favorite singer is Kesha. And right? And I held a baby tiger once.
Once your icebreaker is over, explain your role as an RA, especially if they're freshmen, because they may not know what an RA does.
Hi, I'm Lydia and I'm your RA. My role as an RA is to enforce policy, mediate conflict, and just help you be successful at Marquette. If you need anything, just ask me.
It's also important that you establish community expectations for your floor. Include your residents' ideas by asking them for suggestions and putting them on a poster. Display it in your community as a reminder throughout the year.
So, what expectations do you guys have of me and of our community? Yeah,
Don't gossip.
good idea. Don't gossip.
At some point, the hall director, hall ministers, and facilities manager will introduce themselves at your meeting. This gives your residents an opportunity to meet the senior staff.
Hello. I'm Allison, and I'm your hall minister. I live on the 3rd floor, so you should come stop by and say hello.
The most important part of your floor meeting is covering Marquette University policy. This includes visitation, alcohol, drugs, prohibited items, vandalism, and quiet hours. Be well versed in policy and be prepared to answer any questions that your residents may have.
Also, be sure to cover personal safety topics. Inform your residents the importance of taking limos, locking their doors, and having the number for GPS ready in case of an emergency.
Finally, make sure your residents understand policy regarding the front desk and swiping into the building.
Make sure you have your IDs on you at all times because you have to swipe in and out of the building. If you forget or lose your key, you can check one out at the front desk too. The first 2 times are free, but after that, you have to pay. The rest of the topics you cover are up to you and your hall director, but those are the ones that you need to include.
Here are some tips to make sure your meeting goes as smoothly as possible.
First, remember that your floor meeting sets the tone for your community. This is your residents' first perception of you, so be mindful of your tone and how you speak to your residents.
Set a positive tone. Be enthusiastic and get your residents excited about the year ahead.
Take your time when delivering the information. This gives your residents time to process what you say.
Practice beforehand. Take time to think about the way your residents will perceive you and the extra bits you want to cover during your meeting.
When posing questions, give time for your residents to really think about an answer and give a thoughtful response.
Don't panic if you don't know the answer to a question. Just write it down, go to another source, and follow up with the correct answer later.
Follow up and get to know your residents individually. Stop by their room after the meeting or within the week to get to know them on a more personal level.
But most importantly, be yourself. Your residents will be able to tell if you're not being sincere, and they may not trust you as a helpful resource later.
Big dreams, honey, yeah. So won't you go far, tell them you're a keeper, not about to lie down.